So I'm going to give you guys your homework, okay? So one of your homework assignments is going to be to redo the 3 schemes that I asked you for, but I want them done in AutoCAD, okay? So the 3 schemes that you originally did, you guys are already it's been brought to your attention what all of the things were that were missing, okay? Some of the stuff is some of you didn't use up the entire site, your roads weren't thought through, you didn't do the topography. There's a whole list of stuff that I went through with you guys. It's in one of the other videos, okay? So that's going to be one thing that's required. And those drawings are going to have to be, I'm going to have you print those things. It's your choice. I'm going to give you guys this choice. So you can either print it to fit at you can either print it at 1/128th of an inch to a foot, okay, onto 11 by 17 papers, or you can go ahead and print them at 1/128th to a foot onto a printed sheet. Black and white is fine with me, but if you're going to do black and white, make sure you use gray tones so that everything doesn't come out like super dark. Okay? So the stuff that's supposed to be dark is the property line for sure, right? It's already given to you. You guys got the drawings. So you guys are going to have to put up, you know what, forget it. You just have to, we have to print them. We're going to print them at half that size, which is 1/128th of an inch to a foot. If you don't know how to do that, you better figure it out. Okay, go talk to the 121 and 122 instructors. So you have 3 of those that are going to be printed out. They should fit on something like 48 by 36 or something, or 48 by 24 or something like that. It's up to you how you want to do it, but I want them printed to scale. Those are intended to be presentation quality drawings. So line weights and all of the labeling and north arrow and different and geographic elements all have to be incorporated into it. Please remember that the drawings that I'm asking you for are not a light thing. I'm asking you in those drawings to show me that you actually know how to deal with the road and that the lines are going perpendicular around all the roads. Okay, so I'm asking you for 3 sort of finalized designs for your vineyards. Okay, so that's one aspect of what I'm asking you for. There is an aspect of buying something that I'm asking you to do. I am going to ask you to go to wherever you want to go, and you are to get 1 black Papermate sign pen and 1 red Papermate sign pen. You are to get 1 red, actually no, this is a Pentel sign pen. So 1 Pentel black, 1 Pentel red sign pens. Then you are to get 1 Papermate Flare black and 1 Papermate Flare in red. Okay? And then you are to get 4 to 6 different colors of highlighters. Okay? If you want to get them, wherever you want to get them is fine with me. The highlighters are not too critical. These are pretty critical, that you get these exact pens. Okay? Is there any questions about the things that you have to buy? They have it at Carpe Diem, and the highlighters you might be able to get at the 99-cent store. It's up to you. Or at, yeah. For sure, Carpe Diem is where you'll get these type of pens. Okay? Now some of you might already have a black fine tip, so you don't need a black fine tip. So you don't need to get if you have one that's like that, and it's working really good, I saw you had one, then you don't need that. But very few of you have the sign pens. Okay, some of you do, some of you don't. If you've got them, you got it, okay? Make sure you've got plenty of trace for the rest of the semester because you will be using the trace paper the rest of the semester, okay? So that is the second part of the homework assignment. And then the third part of the homework assignment is what you've been working on in class today. So you were asked to produce 3 schemes where it was a simple geometric subdivision of the land. So in my case, I went crisscross. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I divided it 3 times horizontally. And in this case, I divided it this way, and I did 3 on one side and 2 on the other. So you were asked to do that. Then put your buildings down. Your buildings were essentially the second thought that came after the subdivision. Okay? The subdivision used the leading sort of thought of geometry and breakup. One of the problems that I saw with some of the ones that were up there were that people had very unusually shaped vineyards, which doesn't make sense. If you look at my vineyards, they're kind of pretty much rectangles of some sort, close to a rectangle, right? Okay. You need to label those 3. So this is subdivision into 3, subdivision into 4, subdivision into 5, right? Then after that, you were asked to, instead of subdividing first, you were asked to think about where you wanted to put the building, right? And then subdivide afterwards. And so this is one of the examples I did where I put the building all the way back in the backdrop so that all the vineyards would be out in front of it. And the building came first, then I put the roads in, right? So a different thought might be to put the building maybe in the middle, or put the building to an edge, or to the other edge, or to the front, right? And then the roads kind of fall in after that. So that's the second part. You guys all did that in class. You might have to kind of fix up some of what you did. And then after that, I've asked you, and you guys are all welcome to take photos of the site or video of the site model that's over there. Angie, can you grab me the site model? But what I'm asking you to do is I'm asking you to identify different geographic characteristics of the site. So for example, I identified that there's a ridge here. I identified that there's a valley back here. I identified that there's kind of this flattened, low slope plain up at the front. Okay? And so this is your site right here. And so I'm going to put that over towards you. So, are there any questions about the homework? Let's open it up for questions. I hear crickets.
For the classwork, do you want us to redo them, or do you want us to finish the ones that we did finish?
I want you to use what you've learned today and analyze your ones that you did in class, and if they don't make a lot of sense, for example, if you've got vineyards that are creating this weird Z shape with a little skinny part in the middle. Where's Natalie? It's not even in here. See? Yeah. So if you did that, you might want to rethink that one. Let me just ask you guys a question. Do those look like pretty simple vineyard shapes? Do those look like pretty simple vineyard shapes? Okay. How about these? They do, right? So if you think about it, let's say that the designer that was doing this was most influenced by the farmer. The farmer wants the vineyards to be oriented a certain way so that he can farm it easily. Okay? So that's kind of what I was asking you for in that. If you didn't kind of do it in that fashion, then you might rethink what you did. In either case, all of this stuff is going to be compiled into a presentation quality booklet that's going to be presented with your final project. So what I'm asking you to do is to spend time with the graphics, doing a decent job with it. You can see how fast I'm working with these. I'm not taking a whole lot of time. I did these 3 in about less than 10 minutes. I did all 4 of these in 15 minutes. But they're clean. I'm using line weights. I'm using colors. I'm using line types. Right? I'm labeling stuff. See? Low slope plane. Hidden valley. Ridge line. Nice neat lettering. Architectural arrows. Okay? All of this stuff is going to be compiled into a booklet. So, are there any other questions? Okay, I'll see you guys all on Monday. Please do not underestimate the amount of time it is going to take you to do the topography for your roads. That is crucial. That is going to take your entire weekend of time. The topography for your roads and the topography for your parking and pads. Okay?